I don't know if I should say this on camera, but I remember that time Uday and I were dating and we had to do a kissing scene, and I think the director had said can't, but we just kept kissing.
Rohit will move the camera from, let's say, Kunal to me, and he'll say, okay, Shreyas, now the camera is on Kunal, and now Kunal, look at Shreyas, look at Kunal, I'm moving the camera.
You guys lose it.
We end up laughing for no reason, because, on that set, now it's really difficult to stay serious and do something, because if we are not laughing, then Rohit is laughing.
I made him promise to take me to watch the film with his family, because I have no kids, so I have to find babies to take now.
When they revived me back, I remember I woke up again. I have memory in spurts of what was happening. So this is something that the hospital staff and Dipti told me. So I woke up, I sat, and I looked at her, and the first thing I said is, sorry, yaar. Sorry, I had to just, pass out on you like that.
I don't know, I was brain damaged.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to News 18 Shosha. Today we have with us two very different personalities from the industry. One has completed 30 years in the industry and the other is counting to her second decade into the industry. Welcome to News 18 Shosha, Shreyas and Tanishaa. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. We're going to next be seeing you guys in Luv You Shankar. It's a children's film, if I'm not wrong, if I may say so, which is very, very seldom you can say that, bahut kam banti hai aajkal, these kind of movies. Yeah. What made you choose this project is one, my first question. Second, what can we expect from Luv You Shankar?
I think you can expect a beautiful adventure film, a family film that the entire family can watch, because I think cinema is a family-going experience, and I think we've forgotten that. We've forgotten how to just go eat popcorn with our kids and enjoy the theatrical experience of watching cinema. Because everybody's like, oh my God, OTT. But OTT is an individualistic kind of experience. It's about the small screen. And cinema, this is, it's about the large scale. And of course, the digital, the way this children's film is like an adventure film. You're going to see a baby Shankar for the first time, lovely character, it's the way he's portrayed it, and the effects, the digital effects in the film are superb. He's done such a great job of mixing the two and telling a beautiful story about, baby Shankar and this friendship that he has, this child who has this friendship with his faith. So, and Shreyas and I love this line in the film where he says, Jaisa Bhakt, Vaisa Bhagwan, because he says normally we see Shankar in such a massive personality. True. You see him as the destroyer. You see him as, this larger than life. True. And then you see him as this little baby. So I think that's what the unusual aspects to this film are. True. And that's what we're going to hope that people are going to enjoy and the audiences are going to appreciate.
True.
What she said is absolutely right. It's a beautiful adventure film for kids.
Nice.
Like today, even I have a 5-year-old and I keep thinking कि अभी स्कूल है तो चलो 5-6 घंटों का तो हो गया, but अब वेकेशन शुरू होंगे, what are you going to do with your kids? कहाँ लेके जाऊँ, ये पार्क में लेके जाऊँ, क्या लेके जाऊँ? Then you want to show them certain films which are going to be fun, entertainment, but at the end of it they are going to leave a certain moral, the certain belief system also. Maybe just reaffirm, re-emphasize your belief system, your faith, or probably make them aware of it कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. So I think it is one of those films which is a very, very family film, a very relatable kind of storytelling. Okay. Very classic story, but in a very new bottle. So, and like she said, Shivji in this particular avatar, in this baby Shivji avatar, and Chota Nagu as well around his neck. So I think it's a beautiful take, and kids will relate with it. Kids will love it, and obviously parents also can, tell them certain things about the faith that each one can follow.
And it's been a long time, I think, like you said, since like a children's film, which is also a film that parents will enjoy because it's about showing your children good values, good, you're not taking your kids and you're like, oh my God, ye kya dikha rahe hain, ye kya ho raha hai, it's a very, our director has a great sensibility, like Shreyas has said, of what kids will relate to.
True.
And I think they're just going to enjoy being there and watching this.
Very true. Shreyas, you're playing a Pandit and you very much look like a Panditji today. Yeah. Can we see the choti, please?
Yeah.
But tell me something, what what made you so close to this movie, wherein you spoke about faith right now, you know, and with the recent unfortunate incidents as well, has this meaning of faith changed for you?
See, it was always there. You know, it just got reinforced with whatever happened. I mean, sometimes there are times when you tend to doubt it. You tend to question it. कि यार ऐसा है क्या नहीं यार फिर ऐसा क्यों मेरे साथ क्यों वगैरह वगैरह. But then there are certain incidents that happen in your life and you just get your answer. You're like, just shut up, you know. I'm there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm the one controlling everything. So whatever that force is, whatever that energy is, I believe in it. And obviously when we did this film, it was, you know, of course I looked at it as a story and then my character and whatever. But I mean, like Tanisha will tell you, probably she did it for some other reasons. I did it for some other reasons.
True.
But yes, I mean, now when I look at my life and the film with that perspective, it is like, yes, you know, today I would want to take my kid and tell her and show her that, you know, there is something which will guide you. You need to pray. You need to have faith. You need to have that belief, whether it is you yourself or some other power. But there is something that will guide you. So have faith in it is what I would want to basically.
Definitely.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience at the end of the day. That's what I felt when you were speaking.
Definitely. Tanisha, you yourself have also had a very tragic accident at the start of your career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, at any point of time, did decisions after that incident or that tragic accident change for you in your life?
I don't know, I was brain damaged.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I fell off a mountain and I had a massive concussion, and for pretty much 1 year of my life, I had to go for regular EEGs because to check if my swelling in my brain had reduced. And it took 1 year for it to actually come back to its normal size. And that, when your brain is swollen up, you do lose a lot of faculties.
Of course.
I mean, and I didn't tell anybody this, but I did.
Wow,
I did
know about this.
I had a lot of difficulty because I was shooting my first film at that time, and it was very difficult for me because but I was very supported by the producers of my film as well, because I was also supporting them by doing it, shooting. Otherwise, it would have had to be shelved, and they were very supportive of giving me that time. So I used to literally shoot for 2 hours and sleep for 3 hours, because the only way the brain heals is through sleep. So that's why sleep is so important, And I would literally shoot for 2 hours because it would be so hectic, and I would pass out. I wouldn't be able to stay awake because my brain was exhausted. So I would literally just, it was like a robot, like this, and then you crash.
Just turn off, yeah.
So it was, I'm sure I might not have taken the best decisions. I might not have done my roles the best to my now ability or my then ability also. I definitely felt a difference from my first schedule of my first film to my second schedule, which was after the accident.
Correct.
I did feel a big difference. I had also put on a lot of weight. I was not able to, your reflexes, the way you're expressing, everything is slowed down. So now when I watch the film, I can see, I'm like, what am I doing? Am I repeating this same action again and again, same expression again and again? Why am I not? So a lot of things, but then the audiences don't know this.
True.
So they're just judging you on and neither does the film industry. Not everybody in the film industry was aware of this. So they're just judging you because that's what they do. We're actors. We come there. You judge us. That's life.
Yeah.
And but I always look at everything as a learning experience.
Very true.
I look at everything as, like he said, there is a higher power that's guiding you. And I believe that in the deepest way possible, that whatever is meant to happen to you will happen to you. It's how you react to it is what determines your life.
Correct. No doubt.
And I think I reacted very well. I think I have no regrets with my life path and my life journey after that, or my career.
Of course.
Except that I didn't do enough cinema.
Shreyas, she spoke about how people don't realize the stress that goes behind, an actor's life. They only see the glamorous side that you show. When this thing happened to you in December, you were a very busy actor and you continue to do your work and you're still a lot more busier, I can tell you. But you have phased out. You yourself have decided that consciously, okay, work can come later, but my family and my health is what you have prioritized. When did this thought cross your mind?
As soon as I woke up post my angioplasty, when I was in my senses, you know, and I remember someone came and asked me, did you ever feel that why did this thing happen to you? And I said, not for a second, you know, I was just happy that I was talking to that person.
True.
I was just happy that I could open my eyes and see my family again. And today when they asked me, okay, what is it that you're going to ask God for? And I said, what else should I ask for? You know, He's given me one of the biggest gifts ever. So technically I should be ashamed, no, of asking anything
More than this.
But yeah, that is when I realized, because it was that split second that changed everything. And it was, you know, it is not in your control. Usually when you feel dizzy, you tend to hold on to something.
Correct.
But that moment was something where you couldn't do anything. It is stuck, finish. You know, so after that, you realize that what am I doing, or what was I doing? You know, today, touch wood, the kind of bond that I share with my daughter is completely different from what I shared till 14th of December.
Wow.
You know, completely different. And it is, and I can sense it, she can sense it, my family can sense it, that it is night and day. So my priorities are very clear now. Earlier also they were clear, but unfortunately work was taking precedence over everything else.
Also, we take our life for granted.
Completely. We take our life for granted, we take our
ourselves.
family for granted, we take our health for granted. All three. Because we keep feeling कि कुछ नहीं होगा यार. You know, young age में होता भी वैसा है कि कुछ नहीं होता यार. You know, but you know, as you keep progressing, there are things that keep changing, which is a fact. You know, you can delay it as much as, but then there are certain things which happen. You cannot avoid it. But then, as soon as I guess I was in my senses, my doctor came, met me, and told me everything. When I was alone, I think this is the first thing that came to my mind, that this is it. You know, I don't want to keep repeating this ever, because you can get lucky once, not always.
Definitely. I just want to ask you one thing on this, if I may. What was the first thing that you shared with BP ma'am once you woke up?
You know, like a very good husband, the first thing I said was, I'm sorry. You know?
I thought you'd say, I love you. My God.
No,
That's what girls are expecting, by the way. If you wake up after that, you think that the first thing the man will say to you.
So because you know, the way it happened, I had no clue and I had no control, right? So when they revived me back, I remember I woke up again. I have memory in spurts of what was happening. So this is something that the hospital staff and Dipti told me. So I woke up, I sat, and I looked at her, and the first thing I said is, sorry yaar, you know, I mean, sorry I had to just, you know, pass out on you like that. So of course then they gave me tablets and everything. But I think, you know, what your family does for you, we tend to take it so for granted.
Very true. Very true.
That I don't want anyone to realize it in this manner, but it's important that they realize it. That, you know, there are so many things that your family keeps doing. For example, in our field also, there are the wives taking care of the family and the house and the kids and the parents and everything. And it is only because of that you're able to go out there and work with a free mind, you know. And I think it's important that you need to appreciate it, respect it, and support it in whatever way.
Very true.
Yeah.
Tanishaa, you come from a family filled with film stars. Your sister, your mother, your brother-in-law, everyone. How important, like Shreyas said, how important is family time for you?
It's very important. It's extremely important. And I mean, he's experienced it because of what he went through, but I've experienced it because of what my mum went through.
True.
You know, her health was up and down in the last few years. Luckily now, touch wood, she's great. But it's like, you know, you experience it, you realize, oh my God, and you know, I lost my dad at a very young age as well. I mean, and I think that made me realize also and cling a lot more to my mom. So the more, I mean, I've always been a very family person. But the more, I think, as we're, you know, growing up and getting older or whatever, I don't want to say the O word, but as we're, you know, evolving, I just think it's important that we realize, and for me, it's very important that he said the moments. You've got to live those moments. You know, in that moment, if you're on your phone and you're looking at Instagram, then you're not living that moment in that moment with them.
True.
And like, even now, like I look at them and I sometimes want to tell my niece and nephew because they're all the kids, you can't take the phone away from them. And we are realizing it, but they won't realize it. But we have to like just cherish that. So yeah, family time is extremely important for me, and I think that's why I chose to do a film like this also, because I think families coming together to watch cinema. That's why we make movies.
That's true.
That's why I'm a filmy bacha, I mean, I've grown up with cinema in the theatre. I mean, OTT is all great and all, but cinema in the theatre is an experience.
Into a theatre with your family.
With your family and the
film.
kids enjoying it, and you're fighting over the popcorn. And like I took my mum, and her friend for a movie, and the funny thing was, it was literally like, and I was the mum. And her friend and she were like sharing the popcorn. And I was like, do you all want ice cream? Or do you all want... Like, I was taking care of them and I was loving it. Because that is... Yeah, kya chahiye, ice cream chahiye, kya chahiye for the, break time, and they were loving it. So it was, that is what, for me, a movie experience is. And I think that's what people are going to have when they see, Luv You Shankar. They're going to get that movie experience because it's going to be for everyone. It's going to be for your littlest little baby is going to understand it, 2-3 years old. And your oldest person is going to understand, even your mother or your grandmother or, that Dadi ji who's going to love watching Shankar in this baby form because, they have...
Beautiful adventure.
I've grown up on stories told to me about, Amar Chitra Katha.
Right.
We grew up reading our Ganesh and Shivji stories in cartoon format.
Of course.
In Amar Chitra Katha and all of that. And I feel this, Luv You Shankar, is like the cinema version of an Amar Chitra Katha story. Which is just the beauty of it. It's the cinema version. It's the, which your grandmother used to tell you these stories, and she'd be like, the Akbar Birbal stories that she would tell you, and that's what I've grown up on.
True.
So I think Rajiv Ruya has done an amazing job. I have to say hats off to our director. He paid me to say this. But hats off to our director for really bringing the, when he told me the subject and he told me it's going to be this baby Shankar, and a lot of the scenes we shot, he's like, yeah, ye abhi wo baby Shankar ke saath hi. I'm like, I don't know, understand what he's saying in this script narration. Samajh mein nahi aaya. But now when I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, he's put it together so beautifully. And as an adult, I'm getting excited to watch this film. And to say like, wow. So like, family time is so important. And, I made him promise to take me to watch the film with his family, because I have no kids. So I have to find babies to take now. I'll have to find all my friends' kids. By the way, I love taking them for movies.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do as a Masi. That's my movie time with Masi is happening.
Definitely. No, but you spoke about fighting for popcorns. Has that ever happened between you and your sister?
No.
What was the silliest fight that you've had?
No, can't tell you on camera what was the silliest fight. We're talking about Luv You Shankar right now. My sister will kill me after this.
No, I understand.
Do you? Really? Do you understand that she can kill
I
you?
definitely
Yes,
understand.
good. I'm so glad.
No, coming back to you, Shreyas, tell us one thing that probably gives you the motivation to get up every single day and keep going for this for the last 30 years you've been doing this. It's not easy for every day to do the same kind of thing, same kind of effort. Though the character is different, though the background is different, but the process still remains the same. What keeps you going?
It is like living a new character with every film, So you're living a new person's life through that particular character, and that is what has technically, got you here in the first place. I mean, why did I select this one? It's because I wanted to try out these things. I love doing these things, and till the time I keep loving it, I'll keep doing it. The moment I feel bored about it, that okay, bas ho gaya, I will quit. I will do something else maybe. But that is what technically keeps me going. That okay, today I'm working on a comedy. Today I'm working on something like Luv You Shankar. The next day would be something like a Welcome, or then something like a Cup Cupy. So different subjects, different people, different co-actors, different director, different schools of filmmaking is what really excites me. Still, even what camera we are using, who's the DOP, what kind of lighting he's doing, why he's doing that kind of lighting, how am I looking in this particular shot, how is it different from the other film that I'm doing. So all these things, they still excite me a lot. And again, I think it's a creative process, right? I mean, what else can I contribute? How can I add more value to the whole thing? How will I make my audience laugh? Or what is it that they will feel entertained with? So I think till the time I feel all these things, I will keep doing it. You know, the moment I get bored of it,
Definitely.
I'll say thank you very much.
No, but at some point of time, whenever we speak of Shreyas Talpade, you know, people remember you as a nice actor who will make sure that, you know, they're laughing on whatever you're saying. Does that sometimes annoy you just to look at your character or look at you only as a comedian?
Not at all. No. I feel very happy. You know, it's very, very important and yet very difficult to make people laugh.
Oh, it's a hard
Today, when you enter, let's say,
Hardest.
an aircraft, okay, and right from the crew to whoever sees you, when they have a smile on their face, you've got what you wanted, right? I mean, there cannot be a bigger reward than that. Because they're happy to see you. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? I saw your Golmaal, sir. We saw your house full. I think that is what you live for, you know. So I'm extremely happy. No complaints whatsoever. As an actor, yes, I would want to keep exploring different characters.
Of course.
Because that is my hunger as an actor. But I think making people laugh, because they will laugh only if they feel like laughing, right? Like how she went on this giggle spree and she couldn't stop.
I couldn't look at him. I couldn't look at him before we started. I was like, I cannot look at you right now. Pandit ji.
You can make people cry, let's say, you know, but and they'll probably fake their whole crying kind of thing. But to make them genuinely laugh is very difficult. And if they're able to do that, then I think it's one of the biggest boons and blessings that you
Definitely.
have.
Definitely. We have a few last rapid fire questions. These are not exactly rapid fire, just fun set of questions.
Are they film related? Since we've spoken about everything but film related stuff.
Kind of. Okay. If you could swap lives with any character you have played for a day, who would it be and why?
Nikki Bakshi.
Obvious reasons.
My obvious reasons. I mean, I loved her. I thought she was my doppelganger.
Definitely.
She was definitely a person I
What,
played in
everyone
some...
loved her.
Definitely.
I played her in some last lifetime or something. She was me. But so definitely Nikki Bakshi.
What
was
about
my...
you, Shreyas?
I think, wow, probably something like Praveen Tambe, who would just never give up.
Definitely.
You know, and of course I wouldn't want that struggle, but but yeah, I mean the kind of attitude that guy has is phenomenal.
Even now.
Yeah, even now.
Definitely.
He's at it, man. I mean, he still, you know, keeps playing, but yeah, something like Praveen Tambe.
Never give up. Right. If you could have a superpower for a day, what would it be?
This is a good one, actually. I've thought of a lot of things.
Yeah?
I think I want to destroy things with lasers in my eyes. You know, like Superman?
Superman.
He would just look at something and he would like, zwing, the laser goes and it gets destroyed. I don't want to fly. I don't want to be invisible. I just want to like
Bad comment on a phone and phone's gone. Oh my God.
forget the phone. सीधा उधर का laser गया, उधर सोच के इंसान गया. I like that. And I like the way it looks also. It looks so cool with lasers coming out of my eyes.
How about you, Shreyas?
I think two superheroes. One is...
No, superpower. You have to choose one superpower.
Yeah,
I'm
one
very
superpower.
competitive.
Yeah.
Don't answer the question wrong.
Superpower... See, technically, you know... I was going to say Iron Man because I like that dude.
But he's not a true... Wait a minute.
I mean,
Iron Man is a machine.
I know, but...
It's a suit. He's not a
That
real
is me.
superhero.
That's-
A comic fanatic
think I will
will tell
this
you.
will stir a lot of
This is he's
controversy
not.
over here.
Yes, but he's not a real superhero. He's one of the phenomenal,
Yeah,
amazing
definitely.
character. Love him, Robert Downey Jr. But he's not a real superhero. He's got to have powers. Like
He's
he has
something
to
like a
be-
Batman.
Yeah, he's Batman.
Then
Yeah.
I think probably I would want to be Shivji for a day.
Asha.
Yeah, because Devo ke Dev
Good
Mahadev.
one. Good one.
True.
Super powerful.
I don't like you now. You win. You win. Panditji, you win.
Okay. What's the weirdest or the funniest thing that has ever happened to you on set?
Oh my God. There's so many weird, funny things that have happened to me on set.
Yeah,
What is
let's
the
not think of
weirdest,
something. What
funniest
weirdest
thing
and
that the funniest thing now? How many? Where? How? You want me to
One
flashback?
thing that just probably Cholo from Neela and Nikki, if you can remember.
Still funniest thing. Okay, I don't know if I should say this on camera, but I remember that time Uday and I were dating and we had to do a kissing scene, and I think the director had said cut, but we just kept kissing, and like the whole unit was shouting cut by the end of it. But yeah, that was kind of weird and funny.
Shreyas, what about you? Multiple projects.
Well, weirdest and funniest is now, I think now when we do Golmaal especially, we are not able to look at each other and say our lines.
Because you all laugh so much.
Yeah.
Na? I know. I know.
It's weird, because there are times when, Rohit will move the camera from, let's say, Kunal to me, and he'll say, okay, Shreyas, now the camera is on Kunal, and now Kunal, look at Shreyas, look at Kunal, I'm moving the camera. Look at
You guys lose it.
And we end up laughing for no reason, because, on that set, now it's really difficult to stay serious and do something, because if we are not laughing, then Rohit is laughing. If we are not making each other laugh, then Rohit will make us laugh.
True.
So this is weird how, I mean, that particular film, but yet there
I
is
think even
something
Tushar, the
about
moment
that
he
film.
comes with
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tushar is like,
everyone.
I mean, I just love
There's one
Tushar.
sequence in
Arshad is
Golmaal
mad.
again, where Johnny Bhai is doing something in front, where he's doing the, Dada Muni ji ka, yahan bhi hai,
Correct,
wahan
correct.
bhi hai,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
and we all of us are at the back, and you can see Arshad laughing,
I know, yes.
and then he turns
He
his
turns,
face.
he turns. Yeah, that's the scene.
So,
That's there.
but he kept it, and there are so many of these shots.
Because he
all
probably
those-
doesn't have any takes. That's why he kept it. He must have been like,
Everybody's
"Sare
laughing,
take me
had to
laugh."
keep it. So this is what.
But you know what my favorite scene from, sorry to divers from Golmaal is the mimicry one. There's one Golmaal where you're in this thing and you're just mimicking, giving bad words at each other.
The cactus
mimics.
and
Yeah.
the-
Oh my God.
So yeah, it is one of those sets where again, because the film is blessed with some super energy.
Amazing,
So everything
amazing,
just comes together. In fact, even when we watch the film, for me at least, it seems like a completely different thing altogether from what we were doing on
Yeah.
set. And
Stress
suddenly the way it
buster, totally
shapes
a
up.
stress buster.
So there are certain films which are just blessed. I think Golmaal Touchwood is one of
Very true.
those.
It has a separate fan base, if I may say so, for that whole scene where you're telling the number to a Sunita.
No.
But so got the number.
Edit. I couldn't post it because so me and Mukesh Bhai were shooting for Welcome, right? So we just thought both of us were together and we shot those reels,
those bits.
where we just recreated the whole thing.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'll
But we'd
post
love
it
to
once.
see them,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have the other footage out.
Definitely. Okay. What's the silliest nickname ever given to you?
My eldest cousin's sister, she's 5 years older than me. She decided that my nickname would be CSLMTPD.
Why? CSLM TPD.
CSLMTPD because I said nobody calls me Didi, and I was the youngest with 6 elder cousins. We're 7
Okay.
of us, 6 of us, and they were 5 above me. So I was the youngest, 6 above me, and I was the youngest. So she said, "Cute, sweet little Madam Titchy Poo Didi" was my pet name.
Ooh.
So it became this abbreviation, which was the silliest pet name I never caught. Thank God.
That'll be very difficult to remember as well.
Yes, exactly.
How about you, Shreyas?
I actually kind of nicknamed myself once, which is very silly.
Aww.
So I remember
I'll give you a nickname, Shreyas. I'm very good at that.
Shifted to, my
Panditji.
dad used to call me Nanu. Okay, and so we had just recently shifted to Lokhandwala way back in '88, and Lokhandwala was that time a very posh kind of
Definitely.
area, right? So I made a few friends over there, and they asked me, "Okay, what's your name?" So I said Shreyas. Obviously, they couldn't pronounce my name properly, so they said, "यार, कोई nickname होगा ना तेरा?" I said, "हाँ है ना." So I said, "नानू कैसे बोलूँ अभी इनको ना? लोखंडवाला में हम लोग shift हुए." I said, "Sherry."
You thought Sherry was cooler than Nanu?
People call you Sherry anymore.
I'm telling you, after that, so that time there were no mobile phones, right? People would come down and they would yell your name and they would.
True.
So they said, okay, cool, we'll see you in the evening. Okay, I said, yeah. So evening, suddenly we hear someone yelling out, Sherry. Okay, so I'm sitting doing my thing. Mom is saying, who's yelling here? Okay, so she goes out to the balcony and she sees the 2 people. And she said, 2 boys, this Sherry. Who's this Sherry? He's not coming out of me. Suddenly I remembered, I only told her.
You're only Sherry.
So I said, let me check. They said, Sherry. I said, oh shit, it's me.
Oh Lord.
No, now you're Panditji.
Yeah, I changed after that.
Pandit.
I said no Sherry business.
But definitely, I'm pretty sure the whole Golmaal set is going to call you Sherry if they see
Sherry.
this. I'll definitely text this to Rohit sir for sure. Okay, these are few of the characters that you guys have played. You have to just choose which is better than what. So it's Mushtaq Chaiwala or Iqbal.
Ooh, wow.
Fast.
Iqbal.
Iqbal or Arjun Fernandez.
Wow. Iqbal.
Iqbal or Bharupiya.
Rupiah.
Bharupiya or Papu Master.
Papu Master.
Papu Master or Lakshman.
Ooh, Lakshman.
Okay, Lakshman or Praveen Tambe.
Praveen Tambe.
Praveen Tambe or Panditji.
Okay, wow. No, Pandit J.
Pandit Ji.
Tanisha, for you, quickly.
I don't have that
Mayak
many.
Gujral or Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya or Nikita.
Nikita.
Nikita or Avantika.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Nikita.
Nikita? Okay. Nikita or Lachi Narayan.
Nikita.
Okay. Nikita or Deepika.
Nikita.
Okay. Nikita or Panditji's wife.
Nikita.
Thank you so much on that note, guys, and all the best for April 19th. And it was lovely talking to you guys.
Yes,
Thanks.
please
Lovely
watch our
talking to you
film.
too.
It's coming in all languages.
Yes.
Tamil, Telugu, Kannada.
Malayalam. And Hindi, of course, on 19th of April in theatres near you. Please watch it in theatres.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.